going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. Excuse me. But you're already here. You might as well watch this video. You know what I mean? There's no reason not to. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into it. My problem with liberal gun owners. All right? So, I'm sure you guys have heard of the myth of liberal gun owners. All right? Now, it's not really a myth. Unfortunately, there are some. However, it just doesn't make sense. And that's my problem with it. All right? So, liberal gun owners, all right, let me get this straight. Liberals, the same people who are voting to take away guns, own guns, and are like, oh, yeah, this is super cool. Why? Why? They want to take guns away, right? You're following all these, you're sitting here saying, hey, I want there to be more laws to restrict the rights on. I'm sorry, I get a little frustrated talking about this, all right? Y'all are voting for your own rights to be restricted, all right? Y'all are voting for your own rights to be restricted and then complaining about how you can't get shit. You fucking wonder why. Really? Really? You know what? Let me go ahead and just turn on the stove. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn on my stove. And I'm going to just wait for it to get super hot, smack my hand flat on it, press it there until I smell, I don't know what burning flesh smells like, until I smell something burning. All right? And then I'm going to complain about the fact that I have a burn on my hand. And I'm going to bitch and moan about it to y'all and complain. And y'all are going to deal with it and hear it. And, my words mean so much. Why am I getting screwed over? And why? All that shit. You did it to yourself. That's what y'all are going to be saying to me. Mark, you did it to yourself, bro. You went over, turned the stove on, slapped your hand on it. You're stupid. You did it to yourself. That is exactly what the hell they're doing to themselves with their own rights. All right? And here's the thing, is that the Second Amendment is the most important right out of all of them. The simple matter of fact is that the Second Amendment allows you to protect all of the other rights. So with that being said, the fact that they sit here and complain, have the audacity to talk about, oh, our rights, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe I can't own this. I can't believe I can't own that, and they're sitting here complaining. Shut the hell up. You're voting for more. You're hearing these politicians talk 30 minutes later after you bitch and moan. And then you are sitting here, yep, I'm for it. Whatever they say. Like, quit playing, bro. Like, honestly, look, here's the truth of the matter. All right. Liberal gun owners are the type of people to watch their girls get fucked. We all know that. All right. So, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a little more, not as unprofessional, quote unquote. I'm gonna stick to the point and not make it, personal, just me attacking them. Although that really is what this video is. But on top of the fact that there's the hypocrisy and the insane amount of audacity for them to sit here and vote against their rights and then complain about not having these rights is beyond me. Now think about it like this too. Liberals are the ones who are sitting here complaining about the fact that, oh, well, we need to defund the police. The police have way too much money being poured right into their departments. And, oh, they don't need these kind of weaponry. This is a weaponry that we use out in wars. All this other stupid shit. Even though the truth of the matter is a majority of the shit police use, us civilians can legally own as well. Hate to break it to y'all, but that's the truth of the matter here. Not all of it. I'm sure there's certain things that, civilians can't get their hands on. However, a majority of it we can get our hands on as well. But regardless, they sit there and complain about defunding the police and all this other shit. And then try to sit here and say, oh, let's vote to have our gun rights taken away. So we're not left to defend ourselves. And then they have the audacity to sit there and complain about the fact that, oh, well, we can't really, we can't get these guns to defend ourselves. Well, no shit. Really? Really? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's literally like taking 2 steps ahead, 20 steps back, and then 2 steps ahead, and then saying, yup, 4 steps ahead, y'all. That's how I do it. Bro, you're 16 steps behind. Well, yeah, it's 16 steps behind. Had to second guess my math there. Had to second guess myself there. You're 16 steps behind, bro. You're nowhere near 4 steps ahead. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's asinine. And then on top of that, they own these guns claiming they want to defend themselves and their families. However, we all know for a fact if there is a mandatory gun buyback program, all right, anything along the lines of a gun confiscation, then what are they going to do? Are they going to be among the people who sit here and say, nah, fuck you. We're going to sit here and keep our shit. If you have a problem with that, then you were violating so many fucking laws. And at that point, I'm going to defend my rights. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many of these people who claim that I'm pro-gun. I own a couple of guns. But in all reality, if a confiscation happened, they would be the first to give their shit up. Oh, really? A $200 gift card for my fucking $3,000 rifle? Oh, all right. Like, come on now, bro. Like, really? And what irritates me the most about it is that they expect everyone else to as well. Like, just because you're not willing to fight for your rights, just because you're not willing to tell the government to go piss off, doesn't mean we're not. It simply just means that you're not. And it simply means that you're screwed based off your actions, your choices, where your votes went. I'm sorry, but here's the truth of the matter. You can sit here and say, oh, well, what about conservative gun owners? What about them? A great majority of them, if not all of them, are for the Second Amendment. You don't really see too many Republicans that are pushing for, or I mean, you do see some actually. You don't see too many legitimate conservatives that are pushing to restrict our Second Amendment rights in any way, shape, or form. What you were seeing is them pushing for the exact opposite, to expand our rights back to what they originally meant when they were written. So, you know what I mean? We can make this argument, however, you wouldn't really have a leg to stand on there. You know what I mean? They complain about not having their rights. All right. They sit here and vote against our rights on top of that, complain some more. And honestly, what use are they? They seem like an anomaly to me. You know what I mean? I don't mean like what use are they, like, what use is their existence or anything like that. Like, in what way would they be effective, in a situation where there was a confiscation, if they're going to give their shit up that quick because, oh, well, the government told me to. The entire point of the Second Amendment was in case a government is to try to take your fucking rights away. That's the entire point of what the Second Amendment was for, is if the government is trying to take your rights away. Sorry if I misspoke there. But you see what I mean? That's exactly what the Second Amendment was written for, is for a government trying to take your rights away. And you vote against it. You complain about the restrictions that are on it that you voted for. And then you're just like, you know what? Just give it all up. Just give it up. They would expect us to give up our guns too. I'm going to bet you money they would, and they're going to sit here and be like, oh, these crazy ass fucking people. They're going to call us all these fucking names, all this other shit. They're going to sit here and talk the most shit about us because of the fact that we're going to actually stand up for our rights. You know what I mean? So look, I don't want to sit here and go in circles because, I have a tendency of doing that sometimes, so I'm going to cut myself short. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And because you agree with me, all right, liberal gun owners, they're fucking ass backwards. That's the best way to say it. They are ass backwards. They don't know what the fuck they want. You can't complain about not having you can't complain about restrictions to a right. not having an unrestricted right and then vote to have it restricted. You can't, you can't. That makes no fucking sense. If you agree with me, I'll make sure to check out all my other videos, make sure to check them out. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.